Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I wish to acknowledge the honourable member for the question raised this morning, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, diversification, if I can say, is a necessity, particularly given the approach that we want to take in terms of treating farming as a business. Therefore, the diversification program, Madam Speaker, is essential. It's a necessity. Diversification, Madam Speaker, has one perhaps major objective, and that is to develop a wider range of products in order to become more successful and, of course, reduce the farmers' risks as well, Madam Speaker. And with a wider range of products, it also results into developing more interests and thus the need for more skills. And of course, it will create more employment opportunities as well. The benefits are obvious. I've talked about increasing farmers' income, because if the income is consistent and if the income is satisfactory or even better, most farmers will continue to stay in the farm rather than be occupied in other non-farm economic activities as well. I've talked about employment, very, very important. Wide range of product, more interest, more skills, and of course it creates more employment opportunities as well. Food security, we talked about food security and nutrition security yesterday, and of course the diversification adds to this as well. And of course, most importantly, it's how it contributes to GDP growth. Madam Speaker, the diversification program, if I may very quickly, involves what I can call a two-pronged approach. One is at the production level, in which the farmers are being encouraged to diversify into new crops, and of course mixed farming as well. For those that have crops only, we also encourage them to keep a bit of livestock, again, for the reasons that I have stated. And of course, Madam Speaker, is on value addition and product development. Those are the two main approaches that we are taking when it comes to the diversification program. Madam Speaker, it's important to say that for a diversification program to be successful, we need a strong partnership. Partnership between government, farmers, and other stakeholders, particularly, Madam Speaker, the private sector. So this is an area that we will continue to develop. Government will come up with the strategic intents. Government will come up with the strategies and the regulating policies, which is very, very critical. And of course, with public sector investment as well, provide infrastructure and utilities for the farmers. The participation of the private sector is very, very critical to this, Madam Speaker, because they are the engine of growth for the economy. They have the technology, they have the finance, and the skills and the know-how. And this is very, very important, Madam Speaker. And of course the farmers as well. Farmers need to be encouraged, they need to be enticed to continue with best farming practices. Yesterday we talked about resilience, Madam Speaker, and climate smart agriculture. We need to ensure that the farmers are actively engaged. And most importantly, Madam Speaker, the market. The diversification program, the success of the diversification program will be very much dependent on the market. Like any other business, we start from the market and we go back and we do identify the production and the production systems, Madam Speaker. So concentration at the farm level. I think I touched a bit on this in the April sitting, Madam Speaker, on the programs that we have and the documents that is guiding the Ministry of Agriculture. 2020 Agriculture Sector Policy Agenda, the strategic plan that we have developed so far, Fiji's Green Growth Framework. These are all the documents that guide this diversification program. On the value addition and product development, Madam Speaker, again, the private sector is very much actively involved. And please just allow me to show a few of the products this morning, again, to acknowledge the work undertaken by the private sector. As we know, Madam Speaker, for a long time we have been concentrating on a few commodities only. But government is not to be blamed. I've talked about the market access. Not only that, we have been briefed in this House that our national airline is flying to new destinations: Singapore, Hong Kong, Los Angeles, San Francisco. In July, we are going to fly to Narita in Japan. This provides new market opportunities for us. But on some of the new products, Madam Speaker, I'll start with probably coconut. Although the potato will come again when you ask. Madam Speaker, these are some of the products from coconut. Apart from coconut crude oil, this is virgin coconut oil. And out of virgin coconut oil, we go into cosmetic products by Pure Fiji. This is by Matuku Organic. Matuku, not Manombalawu, Madam Speaker. And one of the residues from this process, Madam Speaker, is desiccated coconut. And out of desiccated coconut, Madam Speaker, we come up with a Fiji coconut vodka, but this is empty, Madam Speaker. And of course, maybe the Honorable Dr. Samsoni will be interested, Madam Speaker. We are slowly developing in the laboratory in Cornuvia 2 new products from desiccated coconut flour, and of course other products as well. So that very briefly is coconut, Madam Speaker. I've got a coconut soup. Noni, Madam Speaker, kura. This is the kura juice. This is the kura capsule, Madam Speaker. And, this is the latest, just launched recently this year, Madam Speaker. Noni tea. This might make the hair grow. So this is Noni tea, Madam Speaker. This is the latest product out of Noni. Kava, Madam Speaker. This is kava capsule, apart from kava powder, and this is the antidepressant, the relaxation drink. This is coconut flavor. This is banana flavor. This is guava flavor and vanilla flavor. Madam Speaker, these are all the products that I don't want to bore the House with more details, but let me just touch on a few. Rice, Madam Speaker, I was in Riketi in April, and we have commissioned the rice dryers, and we have also installed a machine that will convert rice husk and broken grains into animal feed. That is out of rice, Madam Speaker. Cassava. Grace Road is one of the biggest. I'm talking about the partnership. We take for granted the cassava that we have, but look at the new cassava products that Grace Road is making. Cassava chips, cassava wedges, cassava noodles, cassava cakes, cassava cookies. So many things are happening, Madam Speaker. So the simple answer is it's progressing, can be more, but it's about partnership, Madam Speaker. Thank you.